Hey everyone, and welcome to the back nine of round 3 at the Portland Open, part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour, presented by Dynamic Disc. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We are your two hot geese.
Honk.
It's cut day.
Yeah, it's cut
We're
day.
at Glendoveer. It's our first round here. There will be another one tomorrow. Our first two are at Blue Lake. This course is a lot more open, a lot less OB, a lot more distance required. We had Valerie and Juliana really showing out on the front nine. Lots of birdies.
Yeah, Catrina Allen struggling a little bit, and Rebecca so close to getting those birdies. She's one over. Juliana 3 down on the round, but Valerie maintaining a 4-stroke lead right now.
Natalie, Maria, and Ohn under par in the hunt in contention for that lead card for the final day.
Hole 10 is a difficult par 4. It's only 605 feet, but this second shot is treacherous. These two trees block your route. There's a bunker and a green, and then the basket is perched on a hillside with that OB path right behind it. The drive, I believe, calls for like a flex play. Is probably the best shot. You can land right or left, pick your poison. They both have their dangers.
Yeah, you can kind of just unload here and try to get a lot of distance.
Yeah, distance is key here, and that looks great from Juliana. I tried to be a hero and get there in 2, and I was so short. Even though it's only 605, there is that slight uphill, and the second shot is pretty tough. This is a nice flex line from Valerie.
That is a smash.
Yeah, that's her trespass.
I wish I could know the distance on that.
Just guess. That's what I do. I'm going to say
330.
Yeah, 340 maybe? Rebecca throwing Grace. Great shot as well. Catrina looking to score on the back after a rough start. This is her pro line torrent. Yeah. Oh, nice hyzer flip. Great shot. Wow, really great.
Yeah, that is smashed.
385.
Yeah, she won't even have to worry about those two doozy trees.
Doozy trees. All right, so the nice thing about playing out to the right is it takes that bunker and green a little bit out of play. It looks like Juliana is... Wow. Did she get there?
I think she did. There was some action.
Wow.
I like when Juliana has to pull the grunt out of the tool bag.
I know, yeah. It's like really satisfying too when she gets it and like nails the shot.
Rebecca having to go up and over these trees as well. She doesn't look like she's maybe being, I was going to say as aggressive.
No, that's a pretty normal shot. Just landing just short of the green and leaving yourself a pitch up. I would say that's the more common play, just playing for par on this one.
Valerie maybe out far enough where she can just go around the trees instead of over the top, but she grip locks it pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm sure she was going for it. That was a Raider, but she's fine.
Yeah. Catrina opting for a sidearm here.
Yeah, these trees are definitely in the way if you land on the left side. Wow, look at that standstill forehand.
That was so impressive.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if she had to skip off the green. I think she just cleared it.
She did, and just landed soft. That was beautiful.
Even though this hole's only 605 feet, you'd think back-to-back 300-foot shots, you're good. Only 10% birdied it, and I think it really is in large part to those two trees in the middle that Erika talked about on your second shot. Only 10% of the field with birdie threes.
Let's see one. Go. No.
Yeesh. This is thankfully the only hole where the basket is perched on an anthill. I don't want to say it's my pet peeve in design, but I definitely don't like to see it a lot.
I don't like it either, especially with the OB so close behind it. Juliana.
It's mentally...
Hopefully close. She still has some work to do.
Yeah, it's mentally brutal.
Oh, boy.
It just... I have so much to say about these ant hills.
Ouch.
But I will keep it to myself. Let the video do the talking.
Yeah, that was a triple.
Catrina with only about 10 feet left.
Great birdie. Way to get the back nine going.
One of only 4 on the day. Natalie Ryan, Maria Oliva, and Kona Panis also getting 3s.
Valerie and Rebecca with some great pars there.
Oh man, I hate to see that.
Yeah, especially
I'm
with
carrying
such
that.
a good
It's heavy.
front. Yeah.
Yeah. Hole 11 is a doozy of a 1,070 feet par 5. I absolutely love this hole. You can see Mount Whitney in the distance on a clear day. You have to throw a big drive. Your second drive lands somewhere out here in the middle. Your third shot, you have a really fun downhill shot. Depending on where your second shot lands, you can get up and down, but you do have to contend with these guardian trees that are just before the green. This is such a fun hole to play.
I love it. How often do you get over 1,000-foot hole and you're like, yeah, that's gettable?
You're like
as an average arm,
yeah,
you know?
it's gettable, and you're like, I'm excited to throw all of these shots.
Yeah, I can't wait.
These are going to be fun. Yay, love the roller play
I have
here.
not seen this play. That's awesome.
Rollers in the rain, baby.
And the advantage of being on the left side of those trees is a more open second shot. I would say it's kind of common to land right in the middle of the trees, and then you have a bit of a, shaping decision on your second shot.
Sometimes even a standstill if you're up against one.
You know what's a surprisingly good play? You grip it and throw it really far down the right side. It's like wide open over there. There's actually a manto tree over there I discovered today.
Working the right side.
Yeah, it was an accident.
This low ceiling does kind of get into your head. Rebecca.
This looks great.
Yeah, Rebecca not taking it out of play, fading just before it.
I think she might be pinned on a tree, which would be unfortunate. That was a great throw.
There was a little bit of a right to left cross / headwind here. When my card came through, it's looking pretty calm right now.
Right side play from Juliana. Love it.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Her turn again.
And Valerie doing exactly what you want here, just dropping a bomb out into the middle. She may be a little bit more left than you want, but honestly, there's a million different
matter
ways.
too much, yeah.
Yeah, there's a million different ways to get down to this green.
As long as you get, we saw that tree in
is that
frame.
Where she landed?
That sucks.
Are you serious? Oh, I thought she's not in the tree. Okay.
I thought she was like surrounded by trees.
Okay, that was
Look at that shot though.
That was the coolest run up ever.
Just appearing out of the tree. And that was a good shot too. She is challenging that other tree there. I feel like if you're level with that tree, you have a really good chance to attack for birdie.
Rebecca is up against this tree. She's still going for it. She's really good at knowing her pull through here. Although you can tell she was nervous because that was definitely way more left than I think she wanted.
But still fine.
Yeah,
and
totally fine.
Great distance.
I honestly don't know what it looks like that far left. I don't know what's over there.
Me neither. Juliana with a good window. Turns this over. If it comes back, that's absolutely massive.
Huge.
Yeah, it dies a little early. It had some life left, but a great shot. Valerie's third with a grace. I think, yeah, so she just has this kind of hyzer route. A lot of times if you land, oh wow, great shot.
Wow.
Just outside the circle. A lot of times if you land more on the right side, it's like more of a flex shot. Catrina up against this tree. This is Andrew Marweed Hurricane. Wow.
Yes.
She's in the circle and was like up against a tree on both shots.
I feel like
That's amazing.
when she came out of that tree, it was like she exited a portal.
Yeah, she can't be cornered.
Now she's back.
Rebecca swinging it out wide. Nah. Catches a tree. And Rebecca's round is like almost, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Every shot's like,
So close.
wow, that's the shortest upshot I have seen.
Yes, 100%.
I meant like
that was probably
distance-wise.
yeah.
She did actually short her upshot as well.
That wasn't hate. That was impressive.
Yeah, I meant her last shot was really good.
Yeah, I mean, was that a mid? It looks like a mid.
Yeah, it was slow speed for sure. Rebecca, giving it a go. She'll have a tap in par. I like had the same round as Rebecca. I think my face matched hers the whole day. Juliana settling for a par as well. Let's see if Valerie can get a bird.
Oh,
Yes. Beautiful.
One of only 5 fours on the day.
Let's see it again.
About time we get to see a replay.
Slowly.
Oof. Her putt. So buttery.
Yeah, Ted Center.
She's got the smoothie cakes form.
Patent pending.
Smoothie cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Catrina for her birdie.
Dang. But they all had looks.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to get this one. You know, you throw 1,030 feet and then to miss it by like a couple inches, you're like, oh, dang it. Hole 12, we're coming back up the hill. It's 270 feet, but plays longer because of a hill. You get these 2 big trees blocking. I guess you're just throwing right at it. I'm trying to think how many different routes there are. Let's see what they do.
You can take the hyzer route around the tree. You afford potentially not getting the ground play you want and being closer to the edge of the circle. I do like the up the gap play, but then you play around with landing short of those 2 trees, and there's not a lot to work with on the putt there.
Yeah, Valerie flexing outside the right tree.
Honestly, even though this is 270, this is just a tough one to get to. You're kind of just planning on having a long putt.
Yeah. Bit of a low ceiling. Not terribly low, but you really can't. That's as high as you can throw it for sure.
Yeah,
That's
she pushed it as hard as you can.
And it worked. Great shot from Catrina. That was a pipeline. Rebecca overturning this and landing somewhere near the edge of circle 2. Here's the rain. Late release from Juliana. This is the time where raindrops might land under your thumb. And you're like, do I keep going?
I feel like the rain was very good at finding its way down the back of my neck. Like right in that rain jacket, you know?
Fun.
Range, if you don't have the hood up.
Good approach, though.
The Portland Big Drops.
Sounds like a sports team.
Band name.
Go Big Drops. Rebecca, come on. Short. I want her to hit one of these so bad.
Even though I think this hole was very challenging to get through as a par 3, 29% of the field getting birdies.
Oh, nice. That's actually more than I would have guessed.
Me too.
Again, a great design. I believe Dustin Keegan did the design on this again. Great birdie from Valerie.
Wow. Her long putts right now.
They just look easy.
They do look easy.
But anyway, the course design, again, making you throw pretty specific shots and execute over and over and over again. at least on these par 3s anyway.
Hole 13 is another short par 3, another one that's tricky to get to unless you have a distant sidearm. The drone is showing that sidearm route. That is the most wide open. There is some backhand hyzer routes that we see Valerie playing with here, but it's not really one good one. You're just throwing and kind of hoping you get past all the trees.
That actually is a pretty good one. The one she went through. See how wide it is?
Yeah.
But you need to come in the short edge of it to get there. And it takes a little bit more, distance to get there going that route. I think Catrina's hunting for that same one. It's like the third gap as you're looking. Mm-hmm. And once again, so common to land just outside the circle. These par 3s, even though they're less than 300 feet, make you work for it.
Rebecca, going for the more of a hyzer flip late turn line. I love that.
That was cool.
Works out, goes a little straight, but she is inside the circle for a birdie.
That was her Maverick. Liked that. Juliana looking to get some birdies. She's kind of hurting on this back 9. Going wide and landing in a similar spot to Catrina, just outside the circle. Valerie for birdie from 42 feet.
Her range.
First one we've seen that was like not even close.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been 3 in a row outside the circle.
Yeah, feels that way, huh?
Little floaty bid from Juliana. Catrina trying to get some birdies on the scorecard here from right around the circle's edge.
Rebecca right on the edge of the circle. There we go. That one feels good.
Yay! Found the bottom of the basket. She's been so close all day.
Brings her to even for the round. A great putt. And with a comebacker for her par. Good putt.
Yeah, I think if Rebecca had hit every circle 2 putt that she was a little low on,
8 down.
Dude, she would at least have 5 more strokes.
Yeah, no kidding.
So close.
Valerie with a par. And a par for Juliana as well. Hole 14, there is a mandatory right off the tee. You are throwing something that turns right off the tee and carries. There is an out-of-bounds light on the right side that you can find, and then you are throwing into these trees on the left. Is there out-of-bounds over there as well?
Nope.
No?
Well,
just woods?
Oh, I think it's just woods.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, I have it right here. Yes, there is out-of-bounds over there.
I think it comes in just towards the basket. Like, there isn't any until you get really close.
It's far enough in the trees that I didn't notice it.
Yeah, until you get close to the pin.
Yeah.
This is a good shot from Rebecca. It is a little bit better if you can keep pushing to the right rather than left. She'll have a longer second shot.
Yeah, maybe 400 foot left to get to the pin.
Yeah, maybe a little less than that, but this is a better line from Valerie if it keeps carrying. But, I mean, they're also throwing farther than I am, so maybe it'll be easier than I think. Oh, that was kind of short, actually, compared to Rebecca's. These trees are just enough in your head that it's hard to really, like, unleash one. You know, you kind of have to throw that controlled shot. And this is...
It's more left than...
Yeah, it's more left.
But she's got a lot of distance. She probably is not super worried about it.
Mm-hmm. No.
Did that miss before or after the Mando tree?
I think before. Yeah, because that's still the Mando tree.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the drop zone? It doesn't really matter. She's throwing 3 with an out-of-bounds stroke.
Yeah.
That's a good recovery shot. And that's why, man, you just really need to make sure you get out of the gap. More than anything else, it doesn't really matter where you land.
2 people on my card went around the left side of that left tree.
I was wondering if anyone would do that.
Yeah, it worked great, too.
I just think it'd be hard to birdie that way. Catrina, oh nice, getting inside the circle. Yeah, 20 feet. Wow, okay, so they're far enough up here that it's really not a big deal. They finished a little left. Can be deceiving. Rebecca flashing the basket. There's that out of bounds. Oh no.
No. Man, that's super close. I didn't even notice
it's
that.
It's sneaky, right? Because it doesn't
inside the circle.
It doesn't come in until the very last 50 feet of the hole. Valerie swinging it out, looking for a nice skip here.
But not getting super aggressive.
I feel like we foreshadowed that for Rebecca.
Yeah.
I think it's our fault. Juliana, I believe that's her AVRX. No way. I don't know what that was. But it was a good shot. She's on circle's edge for a bogey. Wow, look at this wide straddle from Valerie. Get it. That was a good effort.
The old all arm.
I feel like you don't realize how just gigantic these trees are until you're behind one and you don't have a putt.
%17% of the field getting birdies. That's 7 people out of our 44 competitors. Rebecca to save her par.
Great par save. Bummer that it's not a birdie, though. What a weird pile of wood chips that's out of bounds.
Even though I don't love that OB line, I like this hole in general.
I do also.
I think the shot shape off the tee is very interesting, and I like being able to kind of attack on the second shot.
Absolutely.
Great birdie from Catrina.
She's putting together a clean back 9. She's 3 down on the back so far, and 3 over on the round in general. Double bogey there. Juliana struggling on this back 9.
Tee shot can be punishing.
Mm-hmm.
See how everyone else is doing, and look at Valerie. She's kind of running away with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 8-stroke lead. You get it.
Yeah. And a lot of people under par in the top 10 for the round, making up for all of the things that happened during the rainy round at Blue yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Hole 15 is an uphill 335 feet, slightly uphill, but mostly the thing you're worrying about here is this narrow fairway. Lots of big trees. There is a little bit of a flex line. If you turn one early and let it hyzer out, the out of bounds comes in super close to the green on the left-hand side, the closer you get to the basket, so you don't want to hyzer out left.
It's tricky. That is early, but that tree was very helpful.
So nice.
Gives her putt.
Averaged at 0.2 of a stroke over par.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a perfect backhand line to this.
And even though it's 335, you're throwing as hard as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Maverick finding a right side gap and leaving Rebecca with a circle 2 look. Yeah, it takes a special shot to get inside the circle.
It's perfect.
This looks pretty special. This is a Vandal from Valerie.
That is perfect.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's exactly how I see it in my head, and she just executed it perfectly. That little turnover that fades back at the very end makes it through all those trees.
Tour Series Valerie Mandujano Vandal. Check it out, people. Give Valerie some support. She's shredding this year.
And that disc flies good.
Mm-hmm. Juliana finds an early tree and has a pretty good gap here.
Yeah, being on the right-hand side is much better.
gets to 12, maybe 15 feet for a par. Rebecca, maybe 70 feet.
This plate is the 5th most difficult hole, and I think it's because of how difficult it is to birdie it.
Yeah, and if you're not careful, that left side OB is dangerous, like you said.
It's easy to get that bogey if you're really aggressive. Only 3 birdies on the day. And I think it speaks volumes about our current leader of how easy it is for her to tap in her birdie.
Oh, yeah. Pretty awesome. That's like a power play, you know? Like, oh, I'm winning. Let me just birdie this hole. Catrina got a little bit of a tree roll and had a comebacker around a tree with a straddle putt and made a good par.
Great save. Really nice putt. Juliana a little high for her par putt. And I hate to see the ant mound maybe kind of affecting the mental game here.
Yeah, this whole back nine's been...
Yeah, that...
Ouch.
And it's crazy how a 4 putt will do that to you. I mean, it's the most brutal thing that can happen to a golfer on a disc golf course, I think.
Yep.
During a round, it's so difficult to bounce back from.
Just makes you lose confidence.
In everything. And then you're also trying to make up strokes. Yeesh.
What a tee shot from Valerie.
Champion, Catrina Allen! World champion, James Conrad!
Hole 16 is another difficult par 3. It's 330 feet, but once again, you have to shape a shot, get around all these trees. I'm just going to see what they do.
On not a single one of these shorter par 3s have we had more than 30% of the field getting a birdie. That's just unheard of.
I mean, it's great course design, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, they're gettable, but they're freaking hard. And that was another stellar shot from Valerie.
She's just...
That was her vandal again. It's pretty good.
For real, buying women's Tour Series discs means a lot to us. We appreciate it so much. So please go shopping, buy women's discs. We need your help.
Catrina had all the power she needed on that shot, but does catch a late guardian tree. Rebecca not quite turning this as much as you want. And gets a big flare skip. She might be outside circle too. And similar line from Juliana, kind of early hyzer to the left. You really want more turn on the disc to get it all the way there. Juliana from 70, just laying up for a par.
Only 9 of our 44 competitors able to get into circle 1 off the tee here. It's crazy at 3:30.
Oh, whoa. Ooh, wide
Giving it
patent
a little
pending.
bit of a bid,
That
too.
was a full bid. I respect that. That was a great shot.
I respect
Yeah.
Valerie
Bids when you
CTP.
should probably lay up into it.
Love it.
Yes. Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm running out of things to say.
Wow.
Her like 28 to 30 to 40 foot range is deadly.
And see, I believe
Great.
that gets her.
Great comeback putt from Catrina. Love that. Full bid, full send.
I believe that gets her to 6 down on the round, Valerie.
Wow. with a rough start too to bounce back. Like her mental game,
Didn't
I've
she
said
start
it.
like 3 through 3 or something?
Yes.
Wow.
Her mental game in the past 4 tournaments that we've gotten to watch her play is just so impressive. Hole 17 is 550 feet. It's better to be a little bit right here. I think there's a little bit more of a hyzer option, but left works too. You just kind of have to find a small gap and hit it on the second shot if you want to get that birdie. I think honestly a par feels okay here. The birdie is within reach, but man, it's tough with this gap off the tee.
Also, the second shot, so if you push straight like Valerie is doing, there is a gap over here, just a very specific landing zone, which she found because she's amazing. But if you end up more on the left side, which is really common, it's kind of a poke and hope. Like, you can get there, but the gaps are teeny. Oh, check this out.
Love the roller play here. Hoping for it to filter into the woods.
Stop. There's a bunker over there.
Whoa, stop.
I think it's out. Oh, wait, no. Okay, those are
checked
just
up?
stakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it stopped 1 inch from the bunker. Never quite stood up.
Just how she drew it up.
Rebecca turning it a little low, but she might have that gap that Valerie's looking at, which is kind of just a hyzer play.
Wow, 26% of the field birdied this. That blows my mind. I feel like this second shot can be so brutal.
It can be, but it also can let you through.
That's true.
Like, I literally just threw a forehand at a wall of trees and it parked it and was like, sweet. That could have gone so many different directions.
This right side line that Rebecca just took, during practice, that low-hanging branch was not as low. It is now wet
That's
and heavy. It was a lot more open and was a lot more of a feasible gap, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. When we were looking at it in practice, it was like, oh, this right side's pretty good, but
It got
it's
worse.
pretty tight, huh?
It got worse.
Juliana gets up there, I think, to circle's edge. And Valerie, so a couple feet to the right is that biggest gap. So she's throwing through kind of a little one here.
Playing some wooded golf. Doesn't quite get the turn on it that she wants, and she'll have to contend with that line of trees over on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay. It's wide open from this specific spot. Catrina throwing a touch
I think
forehand.
it looked wide open, but
Okay,
that's a lot of trees.
it is a lot of trees. Maybe I should say there is an angle
There's a
from there.
gap.
Like, you could see the pin.
Yeah, there's a single gap.
Valerie's third.
Yeah.
Beautiful little Anheuser putter shot. Rebecca with yet another circle to look for birdie. How many of these has she had today? We should start a counter in the corner.
Drop.
Come on. The circle 2 smile and head shake. What are you going to do?
We all know it.
Juliana lunging out.
Look at this reach. I feel like that's 8 feet of a reach.
She is tall.
She is very
Long
tall.
legs. Catrina for birdie. Nice.
Yeah.
Even though Catrina's missed a few of her birdie opportunities, she is putting together a clean back 9. She's
Yeah.
4 down on the back right
I'm
now.
psyched we got to see her throw a couple rollers as well.
Rebecca tapping in a par. And a couple more pars here. One more to go. I'm guessing this is the second hardest hole. So you start with the hardest and finish with the second hardest. Par 5, you have to throw out of one of 2 gaps, either over the water or out to the left of it. There's a couple of mandatory trees on the right and OB pretty tight on the left, really making you throw something very straight. And you can't really err too far to one side or the other as you approach back uphill to an elevated pin, and there's kind of a low-hanging tree that blocks some of like your high floaty approach shots. We're going to see probably a lot of this right gap, which carries the entire length of the water, and it's definitely a crush to get over it.
It's 200.
Which this is.
Yeah, it's 290 feet at the shortest point, but it does bellow out a little bit past that, right where your disc wants to land to around 310 feet.
Yeah, if you
Catrina-
throw too straight, like you end up throwing over that 310. Catrina bailed out nicely.
Yeah, it was a perfect shot.
Whew! I think that skipped 1 foot from the water, but great shot from Valerie. If you are scared to throw this shot, like I was, you can take the left-hand gap and just play for par, but these ladies aren't interested in that. This is a Fusion Raider, thrown a little shorter, but in an excellent spot still. Just showing like Catrina's was a crush.
Besides going in the water, the main mistake you want to avoid here is going too far to the right. Because of that mandatory tree that Erika mentioned, it makes it tough to get around it and not push the out of bounds. So you want to be a little more left to open up that second shot.
So that was a turn from Juliana, and she carried the whole entire length of the water instead of bailing out. That was a great shot. Super smart to go forehand here, kind of take that OB line out of play, and Rebecca making sure she doesn't fade too hard into the trees. There's one more mandatory she has to hit.
I like to see Rebecca throwing the sidearm here. I feel like normally she would throw a turnover backhand every time. Love to see her working that into her game. You can see Juliana did not get as far out left. She's having to throw that very technical turnover and hope it doesn't skip to the left.
That was
She
gorgeous.
executes it perfectly.
And a smash, too. Ooh, this is flirting with OB. Valerie not quite turning it over as much as she needed. Luckily, she gets to take it pretty far up there and can maybe save a par.
Catrina keeping it low, not trying to do anything crazy. Crazy thing from the FPO tee pad is our landing zone is in the most narrow part of the fairway. You are right where the trees pinch into that out of bounds line. It makes for a really tough second shot.
Rebecca throwing her evidence. Just needs to kind of, oh yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Needs to do that. Rebecca maybe 20 feet left for her birdie.
50% of the field with a bogey or worse on this hole.
Valerie far enough up here where she can definitely save a par, but that is not it.
Oh,
That's
no.
not it. She's safe though.
It does bubble out.
It does, yeah, right. I mean, she's like 4 feet
Right past
from
it.
it. Yeah, past it. Juliana's third shot, AVRX. You can see all the branches on the ground from people like chopping them off from today. Great upshot. Catrina's third, just a putter pitch up. She leaves it a little short.
Only 6 people on the day finding their way inside circle 1 for birdie.
Valerie for a long par save. Not sure. Those branches are definitely hindering her a little bit.
Oh, totally. I didn't realize they were so low over there.
I mean, they're wet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good effort. Tickles the right side chains. She'll settle for bogey, which is fine because she's still 5 down on the day. Pretty good. Catrina for a birdie.
Dang.
Finds those wet, heavy branches. Rebecca for birdie.
Yay.
Nice. That's to go 1 under on the day. So close to fire. She can taste it.
Still 1 under is a very respectable score on this course. Catrina with a nice finish as well.
Yeah, she really cleaned it up on the back 9. She ends up 2 over on the day, but really a flawless back 9.
Yeah, she did some work to come back. Juliana finishing with a birdie as well. Would love to see that after a little bit of a struggle in the back. Valerie with a pretty commanding lead
Yeah,
going into the
absolutely.
final day.
Yeah, Juliana just struggling, but finishing with a birdie. I believe she ended up 3 over on the day.
Look how clean the rest of our lead card played on that back. That's so impressive. It rained a lot,
Yeah.
and they just stayed very solid, giving themselves lots of birdie putts.
So Rebecca maintaining her second place. She is, 8 strokes back of Valerie. Ohn Scoggins moving back up to a tie for third with Catrina. Both of them are 4 down, 1 stroke behind Rebecca. It's going to be hard to chase down Valerie.
Yeah, but not a lot of scoring separation behind her. Really anyone could get second
It's
place
true.
at this point.
Cat Merch with the hot round of the day at 6 under.
Wow. We hope you guys enjoyed the first round at Glendoveer. We get to go back one more day and get another crack at it. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow. We'll see similar conditions. We hope you enjoyed it today for your first time. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.